Power BI Feature Overview. Learn about deployment pipelines integration with Azure DevOps. Power BI now includes a set of APIs that enable you to use deployment pipelines to automate the process of creating pipelines and managing your content. To begin our demo, let's create and deploy a deployment pipeline through an existing Azure pipeline. The entire management process for pipelines and content is completely automated from within the Azure DevOps environment. This automation makes it very easy to create a deployment pipeline, assign workspaces to the pipeline, then deploy across the stages without any manual intervention in Power BI. Within our Azure pipeline, we are using the API to automate the deployment pipeline creation process. As the deployment process executes, Power BI assigns a workspace to production. We can then manage these production workspaces through the deployment pipeline. The pipeline moves the content to test and then to development, automatically creating the relevant workspaces. Now that the deployment to test has completed, we complete the deploy to development phase, and we are notified once the content is deployed to the development workspace. Navigating back to Azure DevOps, we can review the completion of this release. Going back to our deployment pipelines in Power BI, let's learn how we can manage ongoing deployments using Azure DevOps Pipeline. Now we will use another pipeline that uploads a new PBIX file to the Power BI pipeline and deploys it all the way to production. After triggering the deployment process, the components begin to update. These updates deploy automatically into the development and test environments. Selecting Compare, we can analyze the components and note the different components. The pipeline copies the content to the test workspace. And when the process is complete, we can compare the test and production environments, noting the differences in the components. We then trigger the pipeline to deploy to production according to the approval process we have defined in our environment. The test environment data also refreshes. Deployment pipeline integration with Azure DevOps makes it very easy to migrate at scale and start leveraging deployment pipelines. Customers that manage releases through Azure DevOps can start managing their Power BI releases from the same platform, thus speeding up the release process in Power BI while assuring the quality delivered to end users. Additional information about Power BI is available at these links and at powerbi.microsoft.com. Thank you for watching.